Morning students. In last class we have discussed about the Heaviside's expansion formula, which is used to calculate the inverse Laplace transformation of special type of the functions. As we know that the problems of Fp upon Gp fractional type, we can use the method of partial fraction and then to get the inverse Laplace transformation by the various properties of the inverse Laplace transformation. One of the short trick was the Heaviside expansion formula, by which we can get easily the inverse Laplace transformation of such functions. We have discussed about the Heaviside expansion formula in previous class. Now we will discuss more about this formula, the Heaviside expansion formula. As we have discussed the Heaviside expansion formula of special type, which shows that the Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transformation of a function, which is written in the form of Fp upon Gp, where in the denominator Gp has some zeros or some roots that may be repeated or may not be repeated. In the case when Gp has n distinct zeros, we have already discussed about the inverse Laplace transformation of such functions, and we can get that the inverse Laplace transformation of such functions is equals to inverse Laplace transformation of Fp upon Gp with respect to x is equals to summation of r is equals to 1 to n f of alpha r upon z dash alpha r into e raised to alpha r x, which is the required inverse Laplace transformation of such functions where Gp has non-repeated roots. Now the second case, when Gp has a repeated root alpha. If Gp has a repeated root alpha of a multiplicity n, while the remaining roots alpha 1, alpha n do not repeat. That is, if some roots are of repeated nature and some other roots are non-repeated, then we have, if we can write Fp upon Gp such as, if we can write Fp upon Gp as such, a1 upon p raised to lp minus alpha raised to m plus a2 upon p minus alpha raised to m minus 1 plus sum on ak upon p minus alpha raised to m minus k plus 1 plus on an upon p minus alpha. Plus these are the m roots. These are the m roots which are repeated, and the rest roots alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n are the non-repeated roots. Then the portion of such non-repeated roots are a1, an, b1 upon p minus alpha plus bn upon p minus alpha. Now the inverse Laplace transformation of such functions, when there are some repeated roots and some are non-repeated roots, then we find the inverse Laplace transformation of such functions is given by e raised to alpha x multiplied by a1 x raised to m minus 1 upon factorial m minus 1 plus a2 x raised to m minus 2 upon factorial m minus 2 plus am, where m roots are repeated roots, and plus b1 e raised to alpha 1 x plus b2 e raised to alpha x plus bn e raised to alpha n x, where these alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n roots are non-repeated roots, where the constants a and b, can be obtained by these formulas, where ak is equals to limit p tends to alpha 1 upon factorial k minus 1 dk minus 1 upon d pk minus 1 of p minus alpha into fp upon gp, where k is equals to 1 to n. So these are the values of the constants ak and br, the constants which are related for the non-repeated roots, can be obtained as we have obtained earlier, and this br can be written as br is equals to limit p tends to alpha r p minus alpha r fp upon gp is equals to f of alpha r upon z dash alpha r. So we can find the inverse Laplace transformation of such functions where the zeros or the roots of p are, some of the roots are repeated and some other are non-repeated. So this formula is a very important nature, and we can find various type of the inverse Laplace transformation with the help of this formula, which is more easier than the method of the partial fraction method. Thank you very much.